In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a fun page using 3 4x6 horizontal photos. You'll need 3 printed papers, cardstock, decorations, and some letters. I'm using the Cocoa Daisy April 2018 Memory Keeping Kit. And I'm putting the link in the comments below in case you want to check out their products. This is the first time I've ever used them. It was kind of fun. The first step is to create a large border using the 3 printed papers. And if you have a look at your photos, select one of them to be a focal point photo. The 2 complementary photos, I trim mine down to 3 3/4 inches by 5 3/4 inches. And the reason why I did this was simply to be able to create 2 photo mats using a 12-inch strip of paper. It was just simply to save paper. The focal point photo, I left it at 4x6 and I made a double photo mat. So I used some white cardstock and then I used the green cardstock that I used on the other 2, or the green printed paper, I should say, that I used on the other 2 photos. You'll notice the rectangular piece of paper I place in the middle of this photo or paper border. I have some faux stitching around the edge, and to do that I used the Stampin' Up! Paper piercing tool, and I joined the holes together simply by using a pen. Now if you want to create this look and you don't have those tools, you can always simply draw a line around this piece of paper, or you can even stitch with your sewing machine if you're so inclined. Now you can glue the 2 complementary photos in the middle of this border towards the top. But before gluing everything to the foundation page, you can stamp the foundation page. I'm using basic gray ink from Stampin' Up! As well as the stamp set that came with this collection. You can use whatever stamps you want here. There's all kinds of really nice background stamps that are easy to use. And actually the circles that I'm using here in this kit, I have them in another kit as well, and it's called Swirly Bird by Stampin' Up! And it's still available, but if you have that, you can use that one as well. Now it's time to glue this border down, as well as the focal point photo. And the focal point is made a focal point for a few different reasons. Aside, it's my favorite photo, but it's also larger than the other ones. It has a double photo mat and it's placed differently. And for all those reasons, it attracts more attention than the other photos. Now it's time to decorate the page, add text and a title, and I'm starting this process by creating a tag. So I cut a 2 1/4 inch strip of paper, and I'm going to trim it at 4 1/2 inches, and this is just the desired length. It's going to be where I put my text. And what I do is I simply trim a quarter of one end of this strip, and I use the scrap of paper to guide me how to cut the other side of this strip. That gives me a pretty equal travel tag there. I punch a hole in the middle, and I'm going to make a ring here simply with a hole punch and a circle punch. I did my journaling in advance on a typewriter, but I find it a little bit blah, so I'm cutting myself a mat to put the journaling on. And I have some baker's twine from my stash. I add that to the tag. And now I'm going to draw a line around the edge of the tag with my black journaling pen. And that's a simple, economical tool that I use often, obviously for writing, but it's a great way to add little touches to a page. It makes a big impact for such an easy, inexpensive tool. I made a few more tags off camera, and I'm going to place these tags around the page, and that's going to be the basis of my visual triangle around the page. That's where I'm going to put my text, my title, my decorations, and here are the decorations that came with my kit. So I'm playing around with them a bit before gluing them to see if I like it. And when I do my groupings of decorations, I like to have them take up different weights. So for example, what's around my focal point photo is more larger than what's on the tag. The video stopped early, but all you missed was me gluing down the decorations, adding those two chipboard circles. I added the title and did some faux stitching around the page. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Scrapbooking Quebec. Thank you very much.